Well, I got this Ford Jubilee tore apart, and there's the flywheel if you can see it. Anyway, it was grooved pretty bad, so I pulled it out and took it and had it machined flat again. Everything else looks okay. The input shaft, just rusty. Here's the old parts that came out of it. The throwout bearing, which was, it was turning but real stiff. The pilot bearing is locked up. The pressure plate is very, very rusty. Rusty and crusty, and the fingers are binding up. Took a rubber hammer and hit them, and they'd stay down and maybe come back, and so these pins that hold them in it, it's all rusty too. Here's the clutch, which is rusty. It's not really worn out, but it's got so much rust on it. And I figured the you can, I don't know if you can see it, but the steel plate's wavy. I'm going to say it's very, very rusty and might last a long time. I'm not going to clean it up and put it back in though once I've got it apart. Here's the new stuff. This all come in a kit, so I thought it was pretty cool. Plus this is a dampened clutch. See the springs in it? No springs, which allows this to give a little bit whenever you engage it, and makes it actually should last longer and be a little easier on your transmission. Anyway, this all come in a kit from yesterday's tractors. Not plugging anybody, but they seem to be the cheapest online, and I couldn't really believe for this whole kit it was about $100 to get it shipped in here. So I'm telling you, that's pretty cheap. Now, if it works, that's great. If it doesn't work, it won't be so great. But it's all in one shot. You ordered one kit and you get all this stuff, and put her back together, and she ought to be raring to go. One last thing, if you need lighting in your shop, I don't know if you can see this or not because it's so bright. I'm not plugging anybody there, but I put a new light in. I finally got some lights that work. And they call this a high bay open luminary. This is a 6 bulb, 4 foot. They're a little pricey, but I'm going to tell you, as you get older and you need lights, wish that would work a little better. But anyway, they're electronic. Doesn't matter how cold it is, they'll light up, and they really put the light out. I really like them. So there's some HIDs you can see, which that was what I had before those, which work okay, but you just can't get enough light spread out of them in a low ceiling shop. So anyway, for anybody that cares, electronic ballast. It's not like the old kind, which is what that is, and whenever it gets cold, they don't work.